Sometimes we need to escape to find peace, and sometimes we need sanctuary. I'm John Norris. Welcome to Little Notebook. Welcome to Kintyre, on a place called no, it's not that. I'm going to put the name up. You'll see the church, which I'll show you in a little while. I'm currently stood on a beach and I'm enjoying the fresh air again, and I'm looking out to the North Sea. Hi everybody, so it's my penultimate day and I decided to go somewhere very remote with a beautiful beach, and you can see how white that sand is. That's the North Sea. I think, if I'm right, is that Jura, the island of Jura right over in the distance, and it took me about an hour and 20 minutes to get here from Inverary. If I were to go east, I'd reach the main town on this peninsula, Campbelltown, which I might nip to later, who knows. If you look right over into the distance there, you can see those quite huge mountains dominating the skyline, and they go across right over to there. I'm going to look for a nice composition. I mean, pretty much anywhere I point my camera is going to look nice, but these rocks over here look quite interesting. Beautiful. It's just shy of 20 degrees centigrade. Yes, there are some pretty dodgy clouds over there, so I'm going to, it's quite gusty actually, it's quite gusty, so I'm going to get the drone out, have a bit of a spin round, and then look for a composition. Catch you later. I found this path and I'm hoping it runs out to a little rocky headland. I don't know whether I'm on private property though. I don't think I am. But that's beautiful. I'm sure somebody will tell me if I've accidentally wandered. There's nothing to say it's private. But it's good that I show concern consciousness for other people's property and land whilst I trample through it. I'm pretty certain this is actually available for everybody. Look at the lichen. Can you see that? Pick up the lichen. Look at that. Can you see that? Beautiful, beautiful white sand. Oh my word. I think I've got a composition, and it's going to be looking out from here, or maybe from there. All right. I think on this video you should be able to see the lens will cut through some of the glare on the water, so you'll be able to see the white sand underneath that seawater. Absolutely gorgeous. This is amazing, 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 amazing. Right, let me start thinking about compositions. Clearly I've got foreground, mid-ground and the far distance. Quite a bit of wind. That should be okay. Wow, wow. Okay, catch you in a minute. Right, so where I am is not too far from the car, so I've actually already had a trip back to get something so I could stick you on that travel tripod. This is my standard tripod, a lot more heavier and a lot more suitable for windy conditions. I'm going to take a couple of shots. First, I'm actually got a landscape orientation. I put a circular polarizer on to take some glare off the water, and I think it's working because circular polarizers tend to work best when the sun is 90 degrees, the sun's over there. So I think that's perfectly dialed in. So I'm at f11, 60th of a second, and ISO 100. I'm focusing on the rock that you saw before. There was a couple of rocks. Just check that. The sun's just gone in now. 2-second timer. Come out, sun. Thank you very much. There it is. Okay, I'm just going to increase it to 180 because just a little bit of blown out. That'll do. Gonna be honest, I really fell in love with this location. I can't tell you how tranquil and serene it was. And you'll see in a minute just how much it was basked in nature. This is the first photo that I took. It was probably more of a test shot. I hadn't worked out my composition really at this stage, and you can see there's bits of rock sticking out at the edges. But it was taken at 24mm. That was the widest angle with my standard zoom lens, and a shutter speed of 1/80th. I used a CPL, but there was no neutral density filters at this stage. And despite the foreground rocks being fairly close, I didn't need to focus bracket and managed to get everything reasonably sharp using an aperture of f11. I love the colours. The blues and the aquamarine of the sky and the ocean really work with those oranges and reds of the seaweed. Not sure whether to do a long exposure. I think I might do a long exposure. It might smooth out this bit here, which would be quite interesting. Just a bit worried about the wind. A bit worried about the wind today. What did I have? I had steak frites yesterday. Oh, and a crab fish cakes. So yeah, a bit worried about the wind. What have I got? I've got another 50% on that battery. Yeah, I'm just going to recompose. Composition, I should say. And take a long exposure by putting on what we call a neutral density, which is just another sort of filter, magnetically clips to the front. There's different. It's like sunglasses, and there's different degrees of shade, shall we say, and they slow down the light going into the lens. So you need to keep the shutter open longer to get the same amount of light in, which allows anything moving to be blurred. See how it goes. All right, wait a second. Right, just adjusted my scene. Still doing a landscape, catching some of the foreground. These rocks. When I put a 10 stop neutral density filter on, that basically extended the shutter speed to 13 seconds. So basically from 1/80th of a second, without the extra sunglasses, way down to needing 13 seconds to let the same amount of light in. Hopefully that's going to smooth out a little bit of that water. Before I do that, I'm just going to switch into video mode on my camera here, and hopefully you can see now what I can see. So hopefully I'm going to take a longer zoom in on these rocks in the distance there, maybe later. But as you can see here, I'm focused on this rock here. I've got some foreground rocks just right down here on the left, lower left. I'm going to try a wide angle later to catch more of this sort of basin. It's a basin shape. Maybe go raise the tripod height, look for a bit more down, and catch more of this basin because it's a lovely shape. But in the meantime, test shot, 13 seconds. I'm going to switch back to my bulb mode. What did I say? 13 seconds. 2-second timer, F11, ISO 100, 13 seconds, 10 stop neutral density filter, bang. 1, 2, 3. You don't need me to count, do you? There's literally, I think, just me now. Car park's empty. You can see, I'll just turn you around a second. Look, all to myself. So there's a couple of houses down the coast. That's the church of the unpronounceable name. If I lift you up, taller than I am, can you see down there? There's some chalets maybe. It's just unbelievably beautiful and tranquil. Unbelievable. Okay, let's have a closer look at this image. All right. Okay. Nope. No. Yeah, I'm gonna just check. I think that's spot on. I think that's spot on. So I took 3 long exposures, each in landscape mode. This first one is at 13 seconds, and then I recomposed and took 2 more, one at 5 seconds and the third one at 10 seconds. You see with that long exposure we're drawing out the colours from the water, the aquamarines. I hope you like them. I've got about 15 seconds before this battery runs out. If I just run over here, look at that. Can you just see? I'll just keep it going until the battery goes. Can you see the little family of swans there? Mum, Dad, and 3 children. Wow. This is a saltwater loch. Unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. I was just setting up for the wide angle. Right, I'm going to change my battery because that's going to go any second now. Oh, wow. Oh dear. I don't want to leave. I'm going in 2 days. I'm going to see if I might try and see if I can book myself in somewhere and stay a little longer because I've got nothing else to go back to. Wow, okay. Let's close that. A few more people on the beach now, but nobody here yet. So, back to wide angle. Oh Christ. I can't actually see what... It's pretty wide. It's probably near the widest, so I think that's probably about 15 millimeters wide. Again, this is landscape. Dialed in with a polarizer to take the glare off the water. That gave me ISO 100, f11. Okay. F11, ISO 100, I'm on bulb mode, and hopefully it's about 1 minute. 2-second timer. 1, 2. I got 1 minute. Did I say it was a 6 stop? So the earlier one I did was 10 stop, and this one is a 6 stop. And if it's any good, I'll put it up on the screen in a minute. Both of them. Looks like it could rain soon, so it's getting quite humid as well. Might have a wander down the beach, possibly without my camera, just to get some exercise. You can see over there, I'll turn you around in a moment. You can see all the clouds there on the horizon, some quite black ones as well. So, but the wind is coming from the south. Yeah, some mean ones over there, aren't they? But weather changes quick in Scotland. Look at these strange patterns in the sand. Now, I've walked over it a little bit. I mean, first of all, the sand is beautiful. Look at that. I don't know if it's coming out, but I mean, it's pretty much white sand here. Absolutely gorgeous. But you've got these patterns where water's drained from this bank of foliage. It's brought down clearly this soil, which has left these lines in the sand. Quite interesting for macro, close-up composition. So I did take 1 or 2 of those. But I packed most of my camera gear and then spotted this. I think because there's a polarizer on this video camera, you might be able to see better than I through the water. It takes some of the glare off the surface, and it's just beautiful. Listen. All I can hear, birds, water lapping against these rocks. Really unusual colours as well in some of them. And there's nothing apart from fish. There were some fish feeding just down here when I came. And the swan. I haven't seen. Oh my god, what's that over there? That's a big bird. Can you see that? It's got its arms open. That's an enormous bird. Can't tell from here. I've got my wide-angled lens on my camera, so it's not going to pick it up. My long lens is in the car. Oh, wow! It's just an incredible place. Okay, the odd motorbike. I'm gonna go up, see if I can get any closer, and then maybe I haven't got an optical zoom, but I can use maybe the digital zoom on this in post. Okay, let's have a look. I don't know what that is. I haven't got my long lens with me. It's big, and it's clearly having fun with the wind blowing. I think it's a cormorant. I think it's a cormorant. For my lack of knowledge, it looks like a cormorant. It's clearly been diving, presumably in the water, and it's just decided to sit on that rock, which is that was where I was. I was just over there. I'm sorry, I'm too busy staring at the bird and not the lens, my screen. But I was over there taking the photos earlier, and it waited for me to go, and now it's sat there. I'm going to walk back to the car. And if it's still there, I'm going to put my long lens on and try and catch it. Sorry for swinging around so quickly. My car's just over there, you can see. It's the last one in the car park. There's only been about 2 cars there all day. Oh my word! Right. Well, it's all go. You probably can't see it in the distance now, but I'm pretty certain it's a cormorant, if I can pronounce that. I'm not very good at pronouncing my R's, but that's what I think it is. I'm heading back to the car now. A wonderful afternoon at this place, which is unpronounceable. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave early. But anyway, I'm going to go to the car. If that bird is still on that rock, I'm going to quickly change that wide-angled lens, take that off, put my long lens on and see if I can catch something. I just think it's too far. My lens is only a 400 and it's probably going to need me to get a lot closer, or a 600mm lens. We shall see. Well, I did go back and catch a few photos of that beautiful bird, as well as that gorgeous beach as well. I'll leave you with those photos for now, and I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Next time, I'm in Slovenia. Bye for now.